Here are the indoor asparagus. I do not plan on planting them outside until probably August or September. This was going to be a primarily squash area, but with all the potatoes that didn't get dug up last year, it appears it's becoming a potato area. I did replant the squash, and there are two of them. I did plant a minimal amount of corn because the raccoons ate it last year, and so this is an area where the raccoons weren't operating. And there is my one surviving cucumber. Here are the outdoor pole beans in a pot. I have not yet decided if it'll be a success. There's another pot of pole beans, and there's the squirrel expressing its opinion about the situation. The potatoes that I planted that were left over from last year seem to be doing fairly good. And a couple that I missed last year. And here's the asparagus that I didn't harvest this year, storing up nutrients for next year. Stay tuned. These are the wild raspberries. You can see the raspberries starting to form. This is the main potato area this year. These were store-bought seed potatoes, and they're coming in pretty good now. I did the close-in weeding with them already. These are leftover potatoes that were not harvested or that were missed during harvest. I'm going to plant the indoor asparagus here, and I'm going to cut off some of the wild asparagus and put it down there. That'll be in about the end of September or maybe August. And there are the domestic raspberries forming. These are more store-bought potatoes, and this whole region will be left fallow. And this is my one pumpkin in the pumpkin area. And these are potatoes that were missed in last year's harvest. One of them is already more than knee-high. And here are the tomato plants. And there's what they look like inside of them. Take about a week or two before they get too big to be covered up. And here are the beans. Apparently the woodchuck has not figured out how to penetrate it yet. I'm going to be weeding this area almost immediately after finishing this video. And this area needs to get weeded, but you can see some of the beets and then some of the carrots. Next week it should be a lot better weeded and you'll be able to actually see the carrots. And here is the spinach and the little lettuce. Spinach has already been harvested. I did decide to start weeding on the beets, and this is how they look after they're weeded. And then here are what the carrots look like after they've been weeded. And here is what the beans look like after they've been weeded. I should be done with this in about another hour.